Hello, my lovelies. How's it going tonight, everybody? We got a few people definitely attending in the house tonight. Let me just turn down this volume a bit and let's shift over to the main screen. Here we go. Let's get that turned down so it's not overbearing. Here we go. Good evening, all my lovelies. How are you guys doing tonight? This is awesome. We're getting a good little house in here tonight. Thank you for stopping by, whether you are watching this live or on the replay. I hope everybody can hear me. I was having some music audio issues earlier, so I was having to attend to those, but it looks to be that I got things on track for when the live stream started, and I hope everybody had an amazing Easter weekend. I did. I don't know if you could see, the redness is not me like blushing or such. It's because I got a lot of sun. So I was doing some catching up on some reading in front of the sun this past weekend, especially yesterday. And it was a gorgeous day outside. And next thing I know, I'm stuck in front of a book and the sun's on my face. And perfect, Lauren. Thanks for that, love. And yeah, I got to catch up on some sun, some UV rays. Of course, had enough Easter chocolate. Probably have some like stashed over here that you guys can't see. But I wanted to start off by saying welcome, Brian. I got Lisa, we got Ken, Volenboat, Jerry, Carlos, Lauren, Guillaume. It is so great to be back to live streaming, guys. You have no idea. I've been wanting to do a live stream for a while. It's just taken some time. And so yeah, so I'm back. So what this live stream is gonna entail is I have a plan or a notion to kind of just be comfortable, just hang out, because my problem is that I don't find there's enough spots for gig tubers to really truly hang out. Now, Rodney, I'm good, love. How are you doing, my troublemaker? So I find there's not enough spots for like gig workers to simply just hang out and be gig workers. So the best part is I can tally off of you lovelies, you guys can tally off of me. We all know I have like some subtext in the background so I don't like forget too much. And if you come in and if you see I'm red in the face, no, I am not blushing. I just got sunburn, which actually I find it goes well. Hey Joe, thanks for coming in tonight, sweetheart. I appreciate having you here. So we got a few people coming in here. Now for those that are new to my live stream, I want to introduce a few things. So let's go on this screen currently right here. You can definitely fit in Brian, but you could fit in anyways. Oh, hold on. My music decided to not play on this one, and I know why. And if you are hearing it, but I'm not, give me 1 second. I'm just going to switch this because I can't hear my music no more, but I know why. There we go. I can hear it all now. And let me jump through this because that's the same stuff as before. There we go. All right, I'm gonna dim that down. So for those that have never attended one of my live streams before, I like to set things up so that it's easy and convenient for us. And by me doing that, that means that I have moderators. So moderators are anybody that you see with the blue wrench in the chat. They're my lovelies to help me out, help us out, keep the chat clean. If you do have a question, just because it's easier to distinguish, type a big capital Q before your question, just so it stands out for me to be able to see. Only Brian, do, do what I say, not what I do kind of thing, right? So yeah, if you put a Q right before, I can catch it just a little bit easier. Regardless, I'm still going to try to catch your question no matter what. Moderator, you know how to remove the trolls if they're naughty and unwanted. Ken says, just wanted to say thank you for your awesome vids and tips. Got me started the gig work 3 weeks now. Used to live in Montreal, now moved to Calgary. Well, Ken, I am very happy that I could assist you with that. Honestly, I am focusing a lot of this channel towards new gig workers, so I am truly blessed and honored for you to come into this live stream tonight and share that with me. So thank you so much for that, love. I appreciate it. For those that also do not know, I enable what's called subscriber only mode. So what that means is that if you come into the live stream and you want to chat into the comment box, if you are not subscribed to my channel, you will have to be subscribed for a total of 4 minutes. Why would somebody do this? Well, guarantee you it is not for additional subscribers. You can go off whenever you want to, but it's because if a troll comes in, they can't spam my chat. But if they do, I have slow-mo enabled. So what slow-mo allows is there's a 20-second delay between chats. So if you pop one chat in, you'll have a 20-second timer before you can pop another one in, and that is as well to get rid of spam and trolls. So if I got a 20-second delay in between, one of these lovely moderators will help me get rid of the bad news. So that's why I enable that. And like I do in every single live streams, I want to give some love and some kudos and some thank yous to these three lovelies. We got Kenneth, Hospital Food, and Ray, who all provided super thanks recently in some of my recent videos. So every time a super thanks is provided, I love to provide the thank you back amongst the live stream anytime that I can get. So thank you so much, guys, for the continuous support amongst the channel. It's not even about a super thanks or not. Everybody that keeps awesomely like watching these videos, giving those comments below, it makes a huge difference. And then of course we also have channel memberships. So Guillaume, if you're still watching this, love, go ahead and pop in those emotes into this chat. That would help out a lot. But basically, when you are a member, it allows you the capability of not just having priority to comments, even though I try to get to as many comments as I can anyways. Hey Kenny, thanks for coming in tonight, love. But additionally, I like to make custom emotes for YouTube, and they are gig work emotes. And Guillaume just popped them all down there below. Yeah, the Uber Cheats one comes up now. That's pretty cool. So Joe has been a recent member towards this channel, so I appreciate you, Joe, and I just wanted to give you a special thanks. And for anybody that wants to know the emojis you would get from being as an actual member, you can see Guillaume just popped them in there below. I can even pop them in here. Let me see. Let's do some. Here we go. What do we got? Oh, of course, because I'm typing away. I'm messing up my stuff. Of course, I'm messing up my own stuff. Live to Hustle. Hello from Salt Lake City, Utah. Welcome into the live stream tonight. Okay, so I mean, all I want to do is hang out and chat with you guys. So how has gig work been for you recently? I mean, for me, it's been murdering me. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious. Hold on, I'm going to skip through some of this music because it doesn't stop where I left off. So I think it's pretty obvious, based on my most recent videos, that when it comes to gig work, it has not been in my favor. Hey CJ, thanks for coming in tonight, love. I appreciate that. It's been a little while since we've connected, but I appreciate you coming by. I know you've been live streaming yourself, so keep up the good work. So, gig work has become a part-time thing for me. I'm finding it hard sometimes, guys, to even like, I don't know, clear like $300 sometimes in a week, but it depends on the hours that I work and how long that I hustle. This afternoon, I went out, and I was out like, I don't know, 11:15, 11:30, and I was only out for like an hour, and it was all like non-tip orders. But even, thanks for that, CJ, even the order volume has been significantly low. So even if I'm getting non-tip orders and I refuse them, with the order volume being extremely low the way that it is, it doesn't help anymore. But I know like some people, because I posted community posts asking like, have you been impacted by it? Are you like transitioning into a part-time job or such? And many people are doing the exact same thing. Volan Bolt says, any other gig apps in Burlington, Oakville besides Skip, Uber, DoorDash, and Instacart? Good question. I'm not exactly relatively sure myself. I know that that's the 4 that I currently have here. The one that I really like is Amazon Flex. But here's something I never thought that I would actually end up doing. I'm even applying for delivery jobs such as Canada Post, UPS, whatever. They have it here. It's not classified as gig work, but you can work, for example, for UPS. They have an incentive top-up salary. So it starts at $16.95 with an incentive, a sign-up bonus of $230 something. And it ends up being $19. And basically what this entails is using your own, this song drives me crazy. There we go. What it entails is it entails my own car, and it's between 3 to 5 hours a week, and at least it gets paid. So I don't know, I've signed up for things like that. I am all for part-time jobs, even if it entails something like doing deliveries, customer service, whatever it may be, because gig work has just been burning through me. There are some days where, I don't know, I guess I'd have to say If I'm making something like, I don't know, 80 bucks, I classify myself as lucky. Didn't I choose what, Brian? If you mean gig work, yes, I chose gig work. But if we're talking UPS, well, that is because I have no choice. Ash, I have something in the works for my channel coming soon. That's amazing, CJ. I'm a subscriber to your channel, so I'd love to be able to check it out and see what's happening there. Absolutely. Yeah, Brian, what I chose is gig work, and now what's currently coming my way is deliveries. The music? Yes, I did choose the music. But my least favorite thing to prepare for a live stream is choosing music. I'm not a big fan of choosing it. This one is, let's see. Yeah, I don't recall. I'm not gonna lie, some of it is still like 2 months ago part of my live stream music, and then some of it is newly uploaded. This hair is just like sticking out here. So I'll also ask like in the chat for those that are preferred, like, which did you prefer, the purple hair or the blonde hair? I think I got some people that literally just like left. They unsubscribed, they unfollowed me as soon as I went purple, and now it's kind of looking like brown. It's really fading. It still has a purple tint. I even got like some gray tints, blonde tips. That's all doing its own thing today. So, but yeah, gig work has definitely been murdering me. It's been something that's been hard to adjust to. Like, everybody's talking about like, why don't we get some ride-along videos in the mix? And if you don't know, for example, Mushi Moo, he's one of the original gig tubers that I used to follow from the get-go. And when I first watched him, I was impressed by his amount of energy and how much he could correspond to, you know, his videos. Thanks, Kenny. And how he can correspond to the videos. But then I'm thinking to myself as I'm going on and on and on, thanks, Brian, you know, I don't understand how some people can do the whole gig work videos, the ride-along videos. And then recently, Mushi Moo has dipped out of, you know, doing ride-along videos. Megan Reisman, she has dipped out of the videos itself too. It is so hard for any of us gig tubers to turn around and start making ourselves these videos that involve ride-alongs. I don't know. Have you guys noticed that your favorite ride-along people, like gig tubers, have left? Because that's what I've noticed. It's a huge difference currently right now. I'm gonna leave this back up on the screen because I think this actually works better for people. Where did my music go? It's gonna restart from the beginning? No! Guys, it's been a while since I've done a live stream, so don't mind my tardiness on my music. There we go. Let's just skip forward to this. I think that's okay. But yeah, I don't know, it's been a catch-22 when it comes to gig work. It's just not floating my boat as much anymore. If I had it my way, I'd be a full-time content creator, but that also has not exactly paid the bills the way that I wanted it. Rocking the purple hair. Thank you. Hey, Brian, do you remember I like this one? Remember this one? Every time this beat comes on, this is the one that I like the most. I don't know why. There we go. I'm not gonna lie, guys, it's a little bit different when you host a live stream. And the live stream itself, it's planned, but it's like it's not planned. I'm just going free balling conversation. So typically when I have like a layout of things that I want to talk about, I can redirect things to go the way that I want. But currently right now, I'm trying not to do that. I just want to go with the flow and see how things are gonna go here this evening. My thing is, if you want to come up with a topic to talk about, if you have any questions, go for it and pop it in the chat. But ultimately here tonight, I'm just looking to just hang out and have small talk. Like, that's what I'm looking for. It doesn't have to be gig work related. Anybody can pop anything into the chat there. I'm not going to say that I'm strangling on conversation here tonight, but it's, I don't know, not as executed as I wanted. Does that even count? Does that even count? Guys, pop it in the chat. How has gig work been for you guys? I know we went from a dramatically high 26 people here to just 8 left. Did I scare people off when I talked about from blonde to purple hair? Because I tend to have that effect on people. I've realized that. Okay, so then I say that and 3 more people have come back into the mix here. Seriously, guys. I mean, I can't be the only one that's burning through gig work and reevaluating getting myself another part-time job. I mean, I'm glad for people like Mushi Moo that is able to do this full-time. He's just stopping the ride-along videos. But I mean, there's just so many people that I talked to that recently, they're just saying it, that gig work is just not what it used to be. Thanks, Brian. At least I got you in the chat. Ay, ay. That's okay. I don't mind if I'm having a quieter stream. I just want to be able to get on here and chat with people. It's been a while. I did notice a few dropped when you started. Thanks, Kenny. You always know how to make me feel better. Yeah, I love the purple hair, but you do. Thanks, Lauren. That's okay. Again, yes, people dropped off when I started talking about the purple. It's been slow here for me. I'm just glad I hasn't died in my market yet. Lisa, are you waiting like something like 10, 20, 30 minutes in between orders coming in? Because I'm at a point now that I could be waiting at lunchtime. Let's say, for example, it's between 11:30, 12 o'clock. I could literally be waiting about 25 minutes sometimes for just one order. It depends. Like, Tuesdays are still dreadful in my location, but if I go out on a Wednesday, it's getting better. Thursday's getting better. I don't want to be a negative Nancy about gig work because gig work still, you know, brings in that income. It's just that the offers are so much less. Ugh, rideshare. I want to, but I don't. Personally, the idea of doing rideshare scares the crap out of me. And that's because of the fact that anybody could have a weapon on them or try anything in the back of the car. And I'm just not interested in that. Even if I have a dash cam, I simply just don't want to do that to myself. Yeah. Live to Hustle says, my market around Salt Lake has been slow this year. But up north in Layton and Ogden last week, it was busy like before. I don't know what a busy like before is anymore. The only time it's been busy currently so far has been, so back on Thursday, I like to say it was Thursday evening. Unfortunately, Quebec got hit with what they call an ice storm. I mean, it wasn't. We had one in 1998 that was tremendous damage, but the ice storm was significant enough to shut off power to 1.2 million Quebecers. And so because of that, a lot of people had no power, but it's like if you were going to go out and do gig work on Thursday evening, you were also going to be having to deal with the ice and the rain. So it was extremely busy across the board. I think at one point DoorDash had like a $4 peak pay. It was pretty intense. Yeah, sometimes I do. I don't know how you can do that. Really, Roddy? As long as you make $5 a day, you're good. Honestly, that's the vibes that gig work is giving. Yes, if you make $5 a day, you're good. Yeah, 1.2 million people. It was one of our largest power outages. Myself, I had power, but people like my brother and such was about 4 hours. And then other people I know, even up till yesterday is the only day they regained power. So from Thursday up until now, Hydro-Quebec is still working on regaining power. I'm lucky because there was a telephone pole or a power line that they ended up swapping out in my area months ago. But when they did that, that left me like 14 hours without power myself. So yeah, it's Hydro-Quebec has to get the move on here, but that's the only time where gig work was busy. I've definitely heard about that January 19th ice storm. There were so many times in my life. Hey, you know what? That ice storm and I go back memories because, I mean, I'm talking about when I used to have a cassette player with the CD player, and I was just sitting there, and yes, I was a Backstreet Boys kind of girl. I'm born in like 92, so don't be surprised by that. But I was the 6-year-old playing the mixtapes because I have an older brother anyways that's like 9 years older than I am. So yeah, that was my ice storm moments. And we had a fireplace and everything, but we had no power back in the ice storm of 98 as well. Us, it was like 4 days, no power, but we had a fireplace, so everybody was over at our place. Kenny says that's crazy. We had a tornado come through last Friday. We have never had a tornado here. It is not common here. Hurricanes are not common here. What is common here is snow or extreme colds or extreme heats. And that is definitely something that we get served on a silver platter. But snow? Yeah, that's pretty common. Hey, Kev. How's it going tonight, love? Hey, we got Laurie. How's it going, Laurie? It's been a long time. I know I've been meaning to message you on IG because I know you've been doing what it's been Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts with the was it an AI app or something like that? It was pretty interesting, entertaining to see. Okay, Ken says my parents over there didn't have power since Sunday. Yeah, it's been really really bad. The advantage. Why is this song playing again? That's weird. Okay. There we go. And the advantage is that most people are with power now, but it's been hell. I mean, it's still, like, it depends on where you live, because you have the city of Montreal, where it's extremely bad, and then you have my area, which is the South Shore. On the South Shore of Montreal, most people were restored of power by, I would say, no later than Sunday. But if people are living in Montreal, then, yeah, it's on the other side of the bridge. It's been really, really bad. Kevin, how's gig work been for you lately? Have you been able to get by, or are you joining Rodney's team of the $5 is good enough per day club? Snow has hit me pretty bad in the past couple of months here in New York. Well, I heard about that. It's very common here, so can't say I'm not used to it. Now we have sun here. I got sunburn all across my face from being outside yesterday in the sun, enjoying it, reading a good book. Actually, it's the one that I talked about in one of my videos, The Power of Discipline. I have not finished it because of my ADHD mindset. I don't finish anything half the time. So, yeah, that ended up happening. I missed those 1 cent. Roddy, you're horrible. And you know what's the thing is that we all know that one gig worker that would go and do the delivery for those non-tip 1 cent orders is pretty freaking bad. We all know it. Joe says, we had no snow here this past winter in Hampton, Virginia. Well, Joe, you can take the snow, you can take the winter from here. I'm hoping it's all gone now. I have the carport down, or the temple is what we call it, down. So, because of that, it's a lot more better, but it doesn't mean that it's going to last. Here in Montreal, you could get snow in July sometimes. It's not common, but sometimes. Kevin, on my medical courier route now. Medical? What do you mean medical? That's interesting. Brian says, I got sunburn last week and now I have a great tan. Well, there's an advantage to being a gig worker, Brian. It's the fact that we enjoy a lot more time in the sun, especially when it's beautiful weather out. So, yeah, I think I'm going to get more tan. I mean, my neck, my everything is like super, super white. And the only thing that's red is my face. And mostly it's on this side of the face because where my chair was sitting was here and the sun was mostly on that side. But, I mean, it works. It works. So, currently, since things have like slowed down a little bit here, guys, have any of you guys completely ditched any of the applications? For those that have not realized, I can't say I've fully ditched, but I have significantly decreased having Instacart. We lost power on Wednesday and we were trying to order food. Saw that Uber Eats had $25 delivery fee. We only got power back on Saturday. It was wild. It depends on the restaurant, Lauren, that you order from. Depends on the delivery fee. So, yeah, that's the one inconvenience. But they don't charge typically $25. If so, it's the restaurant that's deeming it. But if you try different restaurants, it should be much, much cheaper. So, the one app that I have been considering ditching is Instacart. I'm not going to because we all know that having a backup option is always a good thing. These apps can just sit there on the side if we're not going to use them. But it's definitely Instacart that's been the one that has been the least paying offer. I mean, Guillaume can contest to this if he's still there currently in the chat. But basically with Instacart, I am... That's sweet, Rodney. I am basically not doing Instacart because so many times they're offering things like 60 kilometers for $30 or do this double stack with 50 items for $42. It's horrible. It's horrible. I can't get down with that. So Instacart has been shifting outwards from me. And the thing is that Instacart is my most popular tutorial video on this channel. And it's hard for me to update and make more tutorial videos about Instacart if I'm not working the app. So I'm a big believer if we don't work the apps, we shouldn't make tutorials about it. So in order for me to make more tutorials and be more caught up with the app, I might have to get back into the groove of that and hope YouTube pays me more than Instacart does. But I'm not gonna lie, it takes some willpower, because I've also heard what Instacart is doing. Many people are having heavy batch missing, and I have a video about heavy batch missing, and then they're commenting on it, and I know it from Guillaume himself, that every time you chat into support now, they're not adding heavy pay. They're giving an excuse every time, even if it's 48 cans of soda, which is complete garbage from Instacart's part. But because they're deciding to do that, I'm deciding not to deliver with Instacart as much anymore. Do I think they're going to change? No. But Shop and Pay with Uber Eats is outdoing the market. They're going to be adding Costco Shop and Pay here with Uber Eats soon. Currently, they have Super C, they have Metro, they have Dollarama. I don't think they have Walmart just yet. I don't think I've seen it. But with those Shop and Pay orders, it's going to make a huge difference between me choosing for Instacart versus Uber Eats Shop and Pay. So medical courier gig recently. The new side hustle. Monday through Friday, route less than 2 hours to complete. So Kev, what's that about? I've never heard about that. I'm guessing that's something that's offered in the US. I'm kind of sad because everybody in the US gets these awesome offers and apps and gig work that they can do. And here it is. I'm stuck with 4 of them and I want to expand so bad. Thanks for that, Brian. Don't forget to hit that like button. It's always appreciated. Find the right company, live to hustle, and it's much better than food delivery. Honestly, for side hustles, the only one that I've done, I've signed up for, but I haven't proceeded on, is TaskRabbit. And the reason why I haven't proceeded on it is like the way how they talk about invoicing your clients. I mean, here, I can invoice people. I even got an invoice booklet. So, I mean, invoicing people, it's not hard, but I don't know. It's just, it seems different. It's like, if you can't get your money paid out properly from doing something like TaskRabbit, rather it's cleaning, rather it's building IKEA furniture, whatever it may be, that's going to make me feel like a piece of crap wanting to work on those apps and, you know, do those types of side hustles. I don't know. I do agree with you, though, Kev, that if you find the right one, it's going to be a lot more beneficial for you, for sure, but I'm so restricted here. I don't know if anybody else in the Montreal area knows any other, besides rideshare, because I avoid rideshare because I'm a little bit worried about doing that. But if anybody else knows other gig apps that are offered in the Montreal area, go ahead and hit me up with it. Because right now, yours truly is still worth... I mean, I can't say I'm aggressively looking for a part-time job, but I definitely am still looking for a part-time job. Anything that can help, sort of speech. But we shall see. So, here's a curious question. Of course, I had some questions in the mix, but I'd rather just freeball it, but c'est la vie. Highest paying order for the month of March. So even though a lot of us have been suffering through the month of March, we've said it, January, February, March, it never really picked up since the whole New Year thing. But what was your highest paying order? I mean, you can look at it as in a whole, we can look at it as just a tip. For the month of March, my highest paying tips, it's actually less than it used to be. It was like $19.99, so let's round it to $20. That's been my highest paying tip. And then of course you got the base offer from Uber, and so you're looking at something like a $23 single stack order. The good part is that you're looking at something no less than about 15 minutes to get completed. So I can definitely say I've had some decent offers in March, but the thing is that either way, I'm only going to accept those decent offers, and I'm only going to take them. So, not an app. I go through a dispatcher, delivering packages from hospital. Okay, I see. So it's an actual job. I see. I mean, that's a good idea. It's a lot like, for example, UPS, but without the medical part. I get it. So you're certified. You're set up with the company. Okay, that makes sense. Brian says, I feel that looking for another job, income staying the same and expenses rising. Not cool. Well, Yeah, I mean, the worst part is that even if you get another job and you're trying to get something with a higher salary, the problem is that no matter what, inflation is catching up quickly upon us. I was watching the news tonight and they're talking about something as simple as Girl Guide cookies going up to $6 a box. And it's like, come on, guys, it's cookies for fundraising. And yet you have to do that at, you know, simply $6 a box. It's not cool at all. It's too expensive currently right now. I mean, for myself, it's not even for the extra income. For right now, it's just to try to make that income I used to make, which I'm nowhere near. And it's surprising. Hated the double stacks orders with no tip. Learn my lesson. Yes. If you saw like an offer come in for $5 for 2 orders, never do that. Never, 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 never. My minimum for a double stack, for example, is if I'm doing 2 orders, I am looking for probably no less than $15, to be honest. And that's because if you round it to $7 a piece, you know, you're looking at, depending on the kilometers and such, you know, you're looking at a tip at least $4 each person. Still an independent contractor, not an employee. Got it, Kev. It's different there versus here. So I don't know how it works like there versus here, but it's a lot more like, I don't know. I don't even know. Like, if I work for one of those companies, am I still classified as independent contractor? It's tough for me to even know. Lauren says, everything was showing on Uber on Wednesday and Thursday during the outage that the additional delivery fee. I'm thinking the majority of restaurants had no power. Likely why it was so expensive. It's possible. I mean, I didn't go out for deliveries that night because the weather was so bad, and I went out in the daytime, and when I went out in the daytime, all the poor orders were coming through, and then everything was freezing over in my car. That was actually the day I made the video about the delivery bags, I think. Yeah. The delivery bag video is the day that the ice storm happened, and I was out, and then I stopped recording. I tried to find some offers. Nothing good was coming in, so I just ended up going home, but it's unfortunately that Uber was taking a cash grab on that, because honestly, it was a bad time for many, many people. And now I'm afraid that this week, because we just surpassed Easter, and because of the fact that everybody was ordering in Montreal because of the power outage, that probably not many people are going to order this week. But I mean, it is what it is, right? I try not to be the negative Nancy about it, but when you're really seeing the difference, it makes such a difference. For me, though, the biggest difference that I've noticed is Instacart. The one that has still been a life changer or helping me out here has been DoorDash. And Skip the Dishes, well, I've been posting about Skip the Dishes. Their app was crashing to begin with. My brother had the exact same thing. And then finally, after the suggestions of some of you lovelies, I was able to uninstall the application, reinstall the application, and then things are working out a lot better. But Skip is just not my best friend, and I find the scheduling with Skip, I don't know what has happened, but there's been no availabilities. It's like it's either oversaturated in the market with Skip, or it's just the fact that they don't have schedules available because people are not ordering. I'm starting to get a little bit concerned that these applications or companies are losing a lot more money than they believe. Kenneth says, starting my summer side hustle tomorrow, considering seasonal work in the winter at Amazon. Taxman was a pain this year. My taxman was me. But if I have to be honest, because I did not prepare any of my gas receipts properly in advance or any of that, when it came to doing my taxes, I probably started them at like 10 o'clock on a Saturday morning, and I didn't get done till 11 o'clock at night. So it was a long time with my spreadsheets and everything else, and I never even wrote down my list to begin with of what can I deduct, what can I remove, because I have to deduct as a gig worker, and I have to deduct as a content creator, because I have to declare YouTube as part of my income. And so yeah, it cost me only the $100 from TurboTax, but that's for me and my partner's taxes together, and a lot of my time. But my return was extremely generous, so I'm not going to complain about it. I won't say dollar figure, but it was extremely generous, which is what's helped me with this burnout season when it comes to gig work. Joe says, I recently had 3 high-paying orders on Uber Eats between $10 to $18 that have been shown as base pay. Yeah, well, we all had that one issue that was also happening where they were showing, for example, here's an offer of, what was it? I got $15, 5 kilometers, and then they overpay me by 10. And then we all had the, what we call overpayment with Uber Eats. It was pretty BS what they did and chose to do. I actually have a video coming out about it, and that video is tomorrow. So you lovelies will see my opinion based on that topic, where they went wrong, what they could do differently, what they did right. Yeah, I made a video about that topic. So I would love to have a base offer, no tip at $10 to $18. But now I'm just afraid Uber Eats is going to turn around and say, oh, well, you got money you shouldn't have deserved. Since we all went through that. And so I know many people were commenting when I put that community post about the overpayment with the Uber Eats. So I decided to take upon making a video to get that done. We'll see. Anybody else take on a part-time job like I did this time around? I can't say I did because I still haven't. I'm still looking. Turns out when you're applying for different places, it's actually a lot more tougher than it looks. Because a lot of these places don't go on these companies like Indeed or LinkedIn or anything else as much as you think to hire people. So it doesn't go the way that you actually anticipated. But we'll see. I mean, it's a hit and miss currently right now. It's just crazy. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't take it back anyways because I love being self-employed. I don't know if anybody else feels the exact same way, but... Okay, let's switch this screen. There we go. And let's switch this off. There we go. That looks better to me. It's just where we can see this. Well, you know me. Part-time? Yeah, so I know, Guillaume, you have your full-time job on top of doing gig work. I mean, I've been there. I've been exactly where you are, Guillaume, and I remember those days. And sometimes I say to myself that I wish I had those days again. And then I tell myself, no. Mentally, I could not do it. The mental health goes down the drain when you work customer service. Gig work is a lot more peaceful, but like you said, when it comes to gig work, it's no promise. There's no promise on income. I mean, even for YouTube, there's been no promise on income. I had a huge increase on, you know, payments and such from YouTube. And then I started posting once a week and the search volume went down because of the Easter holiday and everything else. Nothing is guaranteed when you are self-employed. It's crazy the difference. But at the end of the day, I'm still mentally a lot more happier. So... But I understand, Guillaume, that, you know, going customer service is a great route. I actually like this song. Going customer service is a great route because it'll allow you to work from home and get things done. So, I get exactly where you're coming from. I feel like these lights are super harsh on my eyes tonight, guys. But that's also because it's my first live stream in 2 months. And so, I'm not going to go too hard on myself when it comes down to it. I will reorganize better topics, get things more prepared compared to what I did for tonight's live stream. But the good part is that I turned out tonight. I still showed up for this live stream. I had a small headache prior to coming onto the stream. And for those that don't know, I suffer from astigmatism with my eyes. So looking at the camera, looking at my screen in front of me, having lights currently right here because I have huge softbox lights. It's a lot harder than it looks, but... Ken says, the only downside for me here doing being a gig worker in Calgary part-time is that I couldn't get the good pay per kilometer. Especially with Uber Eats, they would give you offers from east to west. Yeah, it is definitely a lot of clicking decline. I mean, it's the exact same thing here, Ken. It's a lot more of the clicking, thanks Brian, clicking the decline button and fishing for those offers. The problem is that the order volume is very low. So with the order volume being low, it makes it hard for us to reject orders because truly we want to reject the crappy orders, but we're not getting enough well-paying orders to come in. So it's a disaster waiting to happen. So, but at least if you're doing this part-time, it means that you have full-time on the side. And if you have full-time on the side, I would definitely say go for that more. Or if you have another part-time job. Another thing that I'm probably going to look into doing is doing things like deliveries in the sense of like restaurants, pizza deliveries or what maybe. Some of those might pay cash under the table. Some of them might turn around and say, you know, you got to declare it. But either way, there'll be tips involved in that. And even something like 10 or 15 hours a week would make a difference. 3 a.m. Oh, Ken, you got 6 hours until you're getting up tomorrow. Well, thank you for coming on here, Ken. I appreciate it. You have a great night ahead of yourself. Thank you. But yeah, so I'm probably going to be looking into something like either pizza deliveries or something to get that done. But again, it's up in the air. I will say I'm not aggressively applying yet because I still have confidence in myself to make things happen the way that they need to happen. But it's definitely a hard one, that's for sure. Now, even though I don't want to bounce early, I am going to leave a little bit earlier tonight. And it's not because I'm running other subjects or anything else here today, lovelies. It is simply because of the fact that I'm feeling the heat behind this left eye right now, and it's strongly intensifying. So because of that, I am going to actually dip out here. It's the first stream of many. I do plan on bringing back live streams. I'm going to organize some things here, get some things ready for the next live streams. But with that being said, at least we've been able to chill for the last 45 minutes and talk a little bit. I'm going to let you lovelies go, and tomorrow I have my video coming out at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. No, Eastern Standard Time. And I hope to catch you lovelies there. Have a good night, guys.